Well, welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews. Today we're going to continue with the series on welding in Canada. And last time I mentioned about flux core welding. And there was such a big response and everybody wanted to know, okay, so what kind of welding wire do you use? I have no affiliation with any of these companies. I'm just giving you my own opinion. And there's only two companies that I deal with. And that would be Lincoln Electric. Their wire, bar none, is the best as far as I'm concerned. I haven't really tried a ton of other out there, but when you find something that's really good, you use it. And I would suggest probably the best thing you can possibly do if you get into welding is actually buy your supplies at a welding supply company. And for myself, I use Praxair. Now Praxair is worldwide. And you got a wealth of knowledge of them guys behind the counter compared to going to a big box store. Yes, you can buy your stuff maybe a little bit cheaper at a big box store, but I found out that doesn't always come true like that, because I buy my wire from Praxair. I'll show you the wire here, the flux core wire. And actually, wow, I didn't even notice it's in here. I got a receipt in here. Let's see how much this wire costs. Okay, so that's two of these spools for $106. Total sale price was $119.78. And this is the wire here. Now I'm going to tell you a little story about this wire. So I go in there and I usually just tell them I want my Lincoln wire. Now this wire here specifically is 45 gauge, and just for a little bit of information there, when I bought this welder it only comes standard with the 035 wire. I wanted the 045, so I bought the kit that gives you a roller and a new liner for your gun, and that wasn't very expensive at all either. So that way there I could upgrade to the larger wire, and that's what I wanted, so I could weld thicker. So this particular one here, if I could get you a good shot in there just so you get the numbers. So I'm talking to my buddy there at the Praxair, and I says, you know, the wire's fine. Like I usually go in there and I buy 2 or 3 10-pound spools at a time. I don't buy the 1-pound spools. So I said, look, he said, you really should be using the Praxair wire. And I'm going, okay, so what's this all about? And so he goes, sometimes, you know, a manufacturer will make wire and box it in other names. And he gives me a wink. And I'm thinking, okay, either he thinks I'm pretty or I'm onto something here. So I said, okay, let me try your wire. And okay, that didn't come out right. Okay. So I've been using this wire for about 10 years now, guys. And I'm not saying it's Lincoln wire, but I'm saying I can't tell the difference, and it's just fantastic. So, okay. So that's about all there is. And okay, so I have gone and tried aftermarket wire. I went to Princess Auto, which is probably the same as Harbor Freight and other places in the world. And I did try like a 1-pound spool to see if it was any difference, because the price was like a huge drop, right? And the expectations were a huge drop as well. So no, not all flux core wire is the same. The only wire I can say that is terrific is the Lincoln wire itself and this wire right here. So that's about it. And I did make a little bit of an announcement last year around this time on a different channel, and at the end here of my vid I always throw in a couple of you know, boxes up here, or actually it'll be over here, or maybe this way, I'm not too sure. But check out this vid from a friend of mine, Badgertronics, where I made the announcement about this series, and I thought it was pretty good. Probably one of the best edited vids I've seen in a long time, and real funny. So thanks for joining me here today, and I'm going to continue with this series in the future. I'm not going to be doing videos back to back on welding, depending on, you know, the the comments down below if people are interested in seeing more about welding in Canada. So thanks for joining me here today. Come back again. If you haven't seen this channel, you're welcome to subscribe. Let's have some more fun. Cheers.